Guys, how we doing? I'm Ryan Mack. Welcome back to Trading, guys. We're going to fly through this today because it is Saturday and I want to enjoy the rest of my fucking day, to be honest. So I want to get through this quickly. As always, right on here, get your notepad and pens out. Right, currency strength. Below that, you're going to write strong, weak, and then neutral, okay? In that order. Strong, weak, and then neutral. Not strong, neutral, and weak, okay? Just write that out. Currency strength. Okay, strong, weak, neutral. So right away in neutral, I'm just going to put CHF, right? Swiss franc. Because Swiss franc is always neutral in terms of fundamental data, okay? However, we buy it or sell it depending upon market sentiment, okay? Risk on sentiment or risk off sentiment. If you come across here, look at strong risk off. So if we are risk off, you'd potentially be looking to buy CHF, but obviously you need another couple of things lining up, but it just gives you an idea there, okay? Risk off. Where am I? No, that's that one, sorry. Right, let's have, I fucking sod's law. You know, nothing happened all week. Nothing happened all fucking week. Look, it's just been in this range the entire week, and I was like, yeah, fuck it. Yesterday I was busy, so I didn't even bother, and I bloody missed this. However, fortunately, the guys in the group all got it. Jevons, great week, up $2,400. Jevons again, oh, that must be the same one. Just before he finalised it. There's Andreas, Euro NZD, NZD USD, which, if we look at NZD USD, is exactly what I've already marked up. Look, there we go. I already had it marked up. If you look back at my previous videos from a week ago, in fact, you could look at my videos when the market was down here from 2 weeks ago, right? And you will see that I already had this marked up. Boom. And away we go. I missed that because I was away all day yesterday. What else we got? Let's have a look. Guys are smashing it. Look. There we go. Look. There's Anthony up 8 grand. Boom. 8,900. 10k. There you go. So the guys are all catching it. All right, that's the main point. There's Alex up a grand as well. So the point is, if you would like full-blown mentorship, okay, it's not a signals group. Whenever I enter a trade, I'll tell you. Whenever Lee's about to enter a trade, we'll tell you. But if you choose to take it, that's up to you. We do not offer, a signals product. I've got it here. Look, I've written signals here, but that's just because people know what that is, right? It's whenever I'm going to buy it. There we go. Look. What one is that? There we go, look. Oh, that was my older one, sorry, I've now closed. Okay, that's fine. But it is here. Obviously, Lee can't give it like that when he's doing scalps, but he posts it online. Look, this is how Lee gives it in a scalp. So you know that when the market passes past this bottom red line, you enter it. Your stop loss is above the back red line, and your take profit is at the bottom green, okay? And that's how they do it. If you would like full-blown mentorship and, of course, all the education, there's mountains of education in here. You will get it below this YouTube video in the description, okay? How to join us is all in there, okay? Anyway, moving on. I'm just going to fly through it, guys, because I am bloody busy today and I just want to enjoy my fucking weekend. So, we've got AUD, China, and NZD, right? So I always do, as you know, if you watch the videos, or if you're new, then obviously you don't know, I do each economy/currency individually, but I always do AUD, China, and NZD, okay? That is because they are closely correlated. They're what's called positive correlation. If China does well, AUD and NZD will do well. If China does bad, AUD and NZD will do bad, okay? That's positive correlation, i.e. they move with each other. Negative correlation is AUD and USD. If USD is doing well, AUD will do bad. If USD is doing bad, AUD will do well. Okay, that's negative correlation where they move in polar opposites from each other. Okay. So let's go through this. Okay, China, bullish, bullish, bearish, bullish, well, stagnant but bullish. Inflation expectations, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bullish. Okay. Remember, this is bullish. Yes, it has dropped from 52.8 to 50.5. However, anything above 50 is bullish. Anything below 50, i.e. 49.9 downwards, below, is bearish, okay? So even though it's dropped, it's still above 50, so it's still bullish. It just means things have got a little bit worse, all right? I'm going to keep NZD in weak, like, because overall it's just a weak economy, right? It is shit. AUD, I'm going to keep them strong for now, as an overall strong, yeah? Please remember, I am a swing trader. So as I explained previously, I can't remember what fucking one I've used, to be honest with you. Is it gold, maybe? I'll just check. Yes, it was. Okay, so look. When I'm saying something is a long-term position holder, when I'm saying something is strong, let's say I'm saying AUD is strong right now, I'm talking about this, the overall, over the space of 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, right? Over the space of a year. Now, we could also see weakness this week, which is perfectly fine, or even this month, and it's because it's in this part of the cycle, okay? It's in this, or this part, it's in the coming down part of the cycle. But I'm not worried about that. At this point, the coming down part of the market cycle, I'm simply letting it come down and waiting for it to hit my zones, and then I'm going to trade it in the overall directional bias, the overall trend, which is strong, right, for now. So, when I'm saying something is, okay, I'm keeping this as strong, I will also tell you if this week or next week it's potentially going to show weakness this week or next week. And when you come across to the likes of Prime Market Terminal, it will tell you, look, weak bullish, okay? But if that was going against me and it says it was weak bearish, neutral, or bearish, then that's also perfectly fine. It doesn't mean that this is wrong and I'm right, or I'm right and this is wrong, and vice versa, sorry. It's simply that this here is talking about what's happening right now this week, and that's talking about this, right, what's happening right now. I'm talking about this, the bigger picture, okay? And that's all it is, guys. So context that's why context is extremely important in trading, okay? When you're discussing trade ideas, because I could be shouting saying, "Oh, it's bullish," and someone else just screaming, "Oh, it's bearish." Right, but without giving each other that context, he'll be thinking, this guy's fucking wrong, and I'll be like, he's fucking wrong, but it's actually not. You need the context. He's talking about, is it bearish this week? And I'm talking about, is it bullish this fucking year, Okay, so that's decent. Let's see if we get any news for next week. Fixed assets, investment, PPI. I want to see PPI. We've got unemployment change, unemployment rate, sorry. So yeah, we want to see that. Credit card spending, we want to see that. Core retail sales quarter on quarter, yep. Retail sales quarter on quarter, yep. We would like to see that because that is good insight, okay? So that's it, moving on. CAD. CAD for me is, of course, weak. However, we've seen a little bit of strength in oil, so it gives the Canadian dollar a bit of strength, right? Bearish, bullish, bearish, bearish, okay? Shite. CAD, I'm going to keep in weak because it is weak. Japanese yen, I'm going to keep Japanese yen in weak as well before we've even looked at it because I just know. I remember it all in my mind. CAD, CPI, month on month. Yeah, we've got CPI basically this week coming up for Canadian dollar, okay? Moving on, let's get through this rapid. CHF we don't need to look at because data-wise it never changes. It's always boring. German final CPI. It's month on month, and it was the same, so it didn't get better, didn't get worse, so that's fine. That's stability. Sorry, fucking knackered. Italian industrial production, bullish, bearish, bearish. Sorry, bullish. Oh, sorry, bullish, my bad. Bullish because it's bearish because it came in less. It came in higher than expected, but it is bearish because it came in less than previous. Same sticky. Came in better than expected, but it has dropped. Flash GDP, sticky. So pretty boring, non-definitive news there. A bit of stagflation as they call it, stagnant data. We've got core CPI, final core CPI. Yes, we've got big news this week coming up. Manufacturing PMI. Yep. Okay, so we've got a bunch of news this week coming up that we want to see for the Eurozone. Okay, I'm gonna keep Euro in neutral for now. Okay, because it is really neither strong nor weak. It's a little bit wishy-washy. Pound. Bearish, 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 bullish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bullish. So that's mixed data right away, okay? Central bank rate's 3.7, so one of the second highest, along with USD, which makes it more open to investors. This week we've got claimant count change, average earnings, unemployment rate, CPI, manufacturing PMI. We've got a lot of data this week coming up for the pound, so this will be a big week for the pound. Keep your eyes peeled. I'm going to keep pound in strong, but as I said last week, in my mind it's weak bullish, okay? Weak bullish. It's not, it's not a powerhouse, but it is okay. Japanese yen, let's have a look, and then we're just going to go straight onto USD, okay? Bearish, bullish, 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 bearish, bullish, 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 bullish. Okay, so that's good news for Japanese yen. It's just a good week, remember. It doesn't mean the economy's strong by any means. It just had a good week. This week coming up, prelim GDP index, year on year, GDP quarter on quarter, core machinery orders, trade balance, flash manufacturing, national core CPI. So this is quite a big week for Japanese yen. Let's see what we get. So I'm going to keep Japanese yen in weak because overall the economy is weak, right? It's just had a good week, but the economy is still weak, i.e. AK, not EEK. USD. Bullish, 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 bearish, bullish, bearish, but it came as expected, so it's not going to have a big bearish move in the market. Then it's only month on month, so we don't really care. CPI year on year is bullish, and it's massively bullish. Not only is it massively bullish, it even came in higher than expected, so that's mega bullish. Bullish, 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 bearish, but it's month on month. Bearish, but came in as expected. Both all came in as expected, as anticipated, so it's not a big shock to the market. It's working out fine. Unemployment claims, bearish, bullish, bullish, bullish. Oh, sorry, bearish. Mortgage delinquencies are people that have failed to pay their mortgage, and that you will see also correlates to unemployment claims. Look, unemployment claims have increased, which means more people have lost their jobs and they're claiming unemployment. And would you look at that, at the same time, more people have defaulted on their mortgages, which means couldn't pay their mortgage, okay? Bullish, bullish, bullish. Okay, so USD is still strong for me. I'm going to keep it in strong. We just have to be, we just have to remember, right, that USD right now, and a lot of the markets, oil, gold, and so on, they are predominantly news-based, okay? They're heavily being pushed up and down by the news right now. When Trump says, oh, we've just had this meeting, it was great, markets will go well. 10 minutes later, Iran says, what's he talking about? The meeting was shite, he can fuck off, and then the market starts melting again, right? And then 2 minutes later, okay, we're going to open the Hormuz, then it fucking flies again. Oh, they're not opening it, we're going to fuck them off and close it, then it fucking drops again, okay? So it's heavily news-based, all right? Let's just quickly jump across, see if we've got anything coming up this week. I'm definitely waiting for this to play out, or this. Let's just go to the start. I'm going to fly through this as well, guys. Technical analysis. Right, we do have an area here that we want to be aware of. Let's see where the volume kicked in. Down here, okay, point of control. So it is around about this zone here we're looking at. I would even go as far and say it's this here. Boom. Okay, let's keep that marked up. AUD CHF. Well, there you go. Risk off, right? CHF gives a bit of strength. We actually entered this one here and closed it around here. And look, it just kept fucking going as well. AUD NZD is 1,000,000% buys. You just can't buy it from here, guys. You're buying it, you know, at its highest point. You want to be buying when it's lowest point and selling at its highest point. Of course. Oh, excuse me. Fucking knackered. If that correlates with fundamentals, okay? AUD Japanese yen is buys all day long, but we need it to come down to an area of value to buy from. You can't just buy it from here. You need it to come down so it's value to buy from. AUD USD, yep, sells. Look, bang in the zone again, look. Bang in the zone. Let's see what happens here. Euro AUD, I'd still see this as... I still see this as fairly bearish. Yes, it's in a massive zone to buy from. Absolutely. Let's see what Prime Market Terminal says. What is that? Euro AUD. Okay, let's have a look. Let's see what data we get on Prime Market on this. Let's move this out of the way. Overview. Okay, let's have a look at the smart bias. It tells you here, Euro, bearish, AUD, uptrend, bullish. See, you've got tons of information here, which is exactly what I just said. You know, with Euro AUD, I still see it being bearish, okay, and dropping. So it gives you outlook, key risks, right? Tells you what to look for. Longer term, weak bearish, last week's neutral, blah, 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 blah. There we go, and it tells you what to look out for. Same here, right? It's fucking fantastic. This is a great piece of kit. Then you can come across down here where it says COT Euro. COT means commitment of traders. That's basically the banks, right? What are the banks in Euro? Are they bullish or are they bearish in Euro? Okay, banks are predominantly bullish in the Euro. What are they in AUD? They're also bullish, right? So it's not really... It tells you, look, they've increased their positions here from 11,000 to 18,000, right? So they're adding to the positions on strength. Banks here have actually decreased their position slightly, net position. See, net position has dropped by roughly 1%. But that'll just be the little pullbacks that you're seeing. Seasonality, retail sentiment. Retailers are in buys right now. Look, retailers are in fucking buys. Right? You do not want to be copying fucking retailers. Let's have a look at banking trades. Where is it? Let's see if the banks are trading Euro AUD right now. So here's the trades that the banks are in. Euro GBP USD. No, there's no bank. There's no banks trading Euro AUD listed right now as a new trade. Okay. Of course, there will be, but I mean, there's nothing listed here right now from these banks used Morgan Stanley, Danske Research, and so on. But you can, if you really wanted to, you can copy these bank trades if you really wanted to, guys. It gives you their entry point, it gives you their take profit, it gives you their stop loss. You could literally copy the exact fucking trade that the banks are taking, right? Don't just think, oh, the banks must know. Banks get it wrong as well, okay? But at least it's a little bit of good insight there. EuroCAD, I am really looking for buys when it gets to this zone or this zone, so I will be buying that. Euro CHF, that's a shit area. Euro NZD, look, I already had this marked up last week, I'm sure. Let me just see, did I put it in swing trade setups? Let's have a look what we've got. Oh no, it's swing trade education, sorry, where's swing trade setups? Hold on, because I do have that here. Swing trade setups, here we go. There we go. Look, there it is. Euro NZD buys. Look, I gave it in the group last week. Look at that right there. Look at it now. Boom. Away we go. Euro Japanese yen. Euro USD. I'd still say GBP. AUD is sells for now. Let's see what Prime Market's saying. GBP AUD. Oh, yeah, move that. Okay, there we go. So pound is weak bullish and AUD is weak bullish, and that's why you're seeing it being pretty shit. Banks are bullish on pound, banks are bullish on AUD, so it's boring, right? You want one bank to be you want the banks to be bearish on one heavily and heavily bullish on another. That's what gives you the trend, either an uptrend or a downtrend. See, when both are very similar or similar, bullish and bullish, you're just going to get a range. You're just going to get a shitty range. There's no point trading it. Retail sentiment. Retails are in buys right now, so you always want to be doing the opposite of retail traders because they are fucking idiots. Here we go, look. Boom, boom. So let's look at this. It could, since it's now broken, it could push down to this zone here. Small candle, large engulfing area of volume. Let's see where the volume kicked in. That's still around this zone, that's fine. So yeah, let's see what happens here. I'm going to put an alert on, so when it hits here, I'm potentially going to buy it. Let's just tidy this up, move it across. Let's get rid of that. We don't need that. So let's see what happens here. I'll be looking to buy it in this range, okay? GJ, still not. GBP CHF, nah. GBP NZD, look, boom. Bang in this zone. It is pretty decent to buy from, but let's wait and see what happens, because it could just pull up here, right? Then it'll whip back down, get some more orders, and then go, right? It could probably do something along these lines. Like it's whipped up, boom. Now this pull here, this pull up makes people enter buys, right? And then it'll go like that. Stop loss, stop loss, stop loss, stop loss. Hit the stop loss, back in, build all the liquidity, and away we go, right? You can sometimes see stuff like that. And if you don't, what you can also see, if it just takes off, then you're just waiting to see this. Like if it just takes off, boom, back for the retest, away we go. That's your entry point here, okay? So you haven't missed the trade. Don't look at that and go, oh fuck, I've missed it. No, you haven't missed it at all, alright? Just relax. And there we go, look, boom. Straight in there. No movement for a fucking pullback. NZD CAD, hit our zones again. NZD CHF, hit our zones, but it's a really shit trade, I wouldn't take it. NZD Japanese yen, we're just waiting for this, really, to be honest. NZD USD, boom, hit our zone, away it goes. I never caught it. Let's wait for a pullback here, pullback, boom, away we go. USD CHF, nothing there. USD Japanese yen, there we go, look, hit our zone, and away it goes. Oil, I am still bullish on oil for now, but we have to remember, it's very news based, okay? I'd really like to see this. Let's just tidy that. Okay, let's see what we've got here. This is probably the best, actually, this one here. Ah, fuck it. I'm going to get rid of that. I'd like to see it hit here. Clean this up. Gold. Let's see. It is roughly in a zone here for potential buys. I'd like to see it's either going to hit here, like small candle, large engulfing, boom, and away it goes. So potential buys here, or even better still, buys here, okay? Silver, I want to be looking for, potentially want to see this, right? You might get this. Okay. Copper, same drills. Alright. Let's just have a look at indices. Look at that. Fucking hitting. I missed that. That would have been a brilliant fucking trade. That would have been massive gains for really, really small fucking risk, guys. Massive gains. Can't believe I fucking missed that. And I had it all marked. Look, I had every one of them marked. Fucking snapped. Anyway, guys, that's it. If anything happens this week and I take any entries, in fact, sorry, I'm away on Tuesday. I think I'm away this week, guys. I need to fucking make content for that anti-gravity, that FPV drone that you wear the goggles. They've sponsored me, so I need to fucking go and make content for them. And it's like 12-hour drive to get there. Then I need to rehearse the content. You find the fucking storyline, make the content. The next day, shoot a bit more, and then fucking a 12, 13-hour drive home, alright? So I'll probably be back about Thursday. So if you see anything that comes up from this video, just fucking take the trade, alright? I'm Ryan Mac, thank you for watching. If you want mentorship trading, you can get that from the description down below. Much love, take care, bye-bye.